It's BMW Hong Kong Derby Day on Sunday. We've got that plus an outstanding undercard here on Racing to Win today. I'm Andrew Lejeune, joined here in the studio by our form analyst Paul Alley and race caller Brett Davis as well. Brett, and fantastic lineup with the two winners of the first two legs of the four-year-old Classic Series coming into the race.
Absolutely, Andrew. Yeah, it's a fabulous card overall, as you've already touched on, with the undercard being really strong. A lot of debutantes that look to have their fair share of ability. But overall, the long, winding road is finally over for those people that have, gone out and purchased a nice horse, the trainers, the jockeys, the staff behind the scenes that have all done the preparation. It's been a long road for a lot of them, and they've finally got to race day on Sunday, and we'll see how it unfolds.
No jackpots as such, Paul, but on a day like Sunday, you don't need them so much, do you?
No, you don't. The horses will do the talking themselves, won't they, on the course with Derby Day, one of the highlights of the calendar, obviously here and for the Hong Kong racing season. So really looking forward to that race. The favourites have drawn wide, so it just opens it up a little bit as well. And look, if all these favourites win, you're going to see Tornado Twist come up a very short price in the last, don't you?
We've got a number of international jockeys visiting as well. James McDonald, Hugh Bowman, Craig Williams, Ryan Moore, and Oisin Murphy.
He'll be happy you remembered him finally.
Last but not least.
It's a great day. There's big jockeys flying in from all over the world. There'll be a lot of celebrities on course as well. It is a massive day overall, so plenty to get excited about. And the weather as well. There was concerns earlier on in the week that it might be a rainy derby, but that doesn't look like it's going to be the case.
No. All right, let's have a look. Get into the programme. Oisin's actually got a scratching on the weekend as well. I forgot his name, but there you go. Sorry about that.
Table.
Charity Grand is out of the first. Young Empire replaces him. Derek Lung will be in the saddle there. Race number 3, Yuchen Blitz, win 33 even, replaces him. Race number 4, Romantic Chef, replaced by Winning Controller. And finally, Kingsfield is replaced by Encouraging, who has an entry on Wednesday night as well. Encouraging. It's 1,400 metres on the weekend. It's 18 at Happy Valley on the Wednesday. Meeting number 55 of the season. 10 races. We're on the A course for the Derby itself, which comes up as race number 8. We kick things off with a Class 4 of the 1,200 metres. 8 of the 10 races named after previous Derby winners. This is the Fei Gallant Legacy heads them. Martin Harley from Barrier 1. Ryan Moore will ride Mr. Quasson, who was run up on debut behind a Prince of Gems. Speedy Dragon, who put 2 wins together December and January, ridden by James McDonald. The debutants, there's 5 of them. Buddies, Chicken Dance, Flying Victory has rolled forward in his trials. Sky Gem, Speedy Optimist, another one who's got speed in his trials. And then getting all the way down to Sun Fox Hunter, who's drawn barrier 12 for Matthew Chadwick. He's having his 3rd career start. Now it's speed with these debutants, Brett. Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? Both Young Empire, Speedy Optimist could be up there in the early stages. Flying Victory has showed a fair bit of pace. The newcomer, Lariz, was again forward in a trial going in. Mr. Croissant's drawn wide, but he led a recent trial in which he won 2. So there is going to be a fair bit of power going into that first bend, which should create a decent enough pace, Paul.
Yeah, here's a 2-time winner. We know about him, Speedy Dragon. He's going along nice. He's won 2 of his last 3 starts. Before, 2 starts ago, he ran really nicely. He won, and prior to that, it was another win. So he's going well. Flying Victory, he's one of the first starters. His track work's been very good leading into this race. Tongue Tie will go on for his debut. He's 11.44 pounds. He said he had 5 trials in Australia before he got here, and he's had 3 more here. So very well-educated horse. Speedy Optimist, another one of the first starters. Joe Moreira doing the work on him. And he will take the mount on race day as well. He's 12 pounds, so a slightly bigger horse. He goes OK as well. And he's had 3 trials to lead in. All right, we'll come back and have a look at one of those as well. We'll kick things off, though, with Mr. Quasson and Lariz. This was debut for Mr. Quasson. He's coming with barrier 13, though. He had the advantage of barrier 2 here.
He did, so that's a little bit of a question mark. It's worth noting, though, that as is the case on this occasion, this replay we're looking at, the rail's in the A position. So they do have the longest run possible to that first bend. It can certainly help those that are drawn a little wider build their momentum and get across. But off the basis of this performance and the most recent trial, he does look to be a horse that's got ability. Yeah, he's trialled really well recently, this horse. He's got that run under his belt. Ryan Moore will take the mount as well. So I'm going to stick with him. I'm going to go with him. All right, let's look at some of the debutants then. Starting off with Flying Victory, and Chicken Dance is in here as well. What do we make of these two? No. OK, Chicken Dance, 12.01 pounds for him. He was slow away in most of his trials. He goes OK, though. He's just drawn 10 on debut. And the other one who's drawn a little bit wide is Flying Victory. He's drawn the outside. He's a lot more educated, though, this horse, Flying Victory. Looks a little bit more professional. So he's one of these ones I've snuck in the numbers. Same. Yeah, I tend to think, like Paul, that Flying Victory looks the one that's got the most education and the one that might be most ready first up.
All right, Zach Burton's ridden all 3 trials, and Frankie and Zach teamed up with Fat Turtle, of course, midweek. This is Speedy Optimist, also on debut.
Well, the thing interesting about this horse for me is he's pushed on here in the trial. He did win it, but I sort of got the feeling it was hard work for him. He had a couple of trials prior to this, and Zach Burton was aboard. Zach is opting to ride Flying Victory, who I think is probably the pick of the two. Joe Moreira picks up the ride. That creates a bit of a look.
Yeah, I found a spot for him on a minor line. He was pushed out a little bit in that particular run, but I thought he hit the line strongly enough.
All right, Mr. Croissant to win here for Ryan Moore in the Feifei handicap. Feifei was one of 2 horses to win from barrier 14 in the Derby, the other one being Ambitious Dragon. They actually went back to back.
There you go, 2 good horses here in Hong Kong. I've got Mr. Croissant on top, though. I just with that one run under his belt, the experience that he's got, I think he's going to be tough to beat in this. Flying Victory, the first starter, very well educated coming to this. Speedy Optimist, I think he's the one that we could follow out of the race by not a single doubt. He's just drawn a little bit wide. And Speedy Dragon, the one that's got the wins on the board, 2, 8, 10 and 3. I will go exotic, so in the first.
I'm going to tip the debutant. I'm not overly keen generally on tipping first starters, but I just like what I've seen of him in the mornings. He looks like he knows what he's doing. Barrier 14's not easy for any horse at any distance, but I do think Galloping Room will help him in the early stages of his career. Mr. Croissant will be drawn underneath him, and he may give him a card over if they decide to go forward. Lariz has done a lot of good work in the mornings and at the trials, but he hasn't translated that yet to the races. I will give him another chance, and it's always hard to leave Speedy Dragon out these days. 8, 2, 13 and 3. I've got a bit of a soft spot for him.
All right, there you go. We've all got the same cue, 2 and 8, 8 and 2. So that's a pretty good starting point there for the first.
Bank for the rest of the day.
There you go, set us up. That's the first.